and welcome to today's video. Now, as you can see, we've got snow here where I am in the northeast of England, and it's very cold. I'm bloody freezing, I can tell you. I've got my gloves on and everything, and I'm still freezing. And since we're on the subject of snow, just before we head off into Asda, well, before we head into Asda, I've got to get me taxi first, which hasn't turned up yet. But he's supposed to be going to be picking us up here from the side of the road here. I've just walked a bit of the way from my house, just so you know, it might cost us less money, you know, if I walk a bit of the way. But anyway, he's supposed to be picking us up by the side of the road here, so I hope he turns up. But anyway, just since we're on the subject of snow and everything, I just thought I'd recommend some films that are all set in the snow. And the first one is this one, and it's called Frozen Ground, The Frozen Ground to be precise. And it stars Nicolas Cage and John Cusack, and it's a very good thriller, all set in the snow. So that's that one. The next one I recommend is a cult classic, I believe it is, and this one's called Fargo, which I'm pretty sure you've all heard of, and pretty much most of you have probably seen this movie. It stars Steve Buscemi and Frances McDormand, and I believe it won some awards. I think, I'm not entirely sure what it won, maybe an Oscar or something, I'm not sure, but it's a good film nevertheless, all about a kidnapping that goes drastically wrong. And the next one here is a film starring the late great Paul Walker, and this one's called 8 Below. I've heard this is a good movie. I still haven't got around to watching this one, but it looks good. It's got lots of huskies in it. I think they're huskies, and of course Paul Walker in the main role. This is quite an old release, this one, but you can still pick it up if you're interested in getting a copy. It's usually quite cheap, as far as I remember. And the last one here is a film starring Eric Bana and Olivia Wilde. I'm a big fan of Olivia Wilde, and you can probably understand why. And this one's called Deadfall, and this one's all set in the snow as well. So if you like your films set in the snow, these are you know, some good ones to watch, I would say. I enjoyed all of these. There's another film as well I was going to show you, but I can't find it in my collection before I left the house there. I had a look around for it, but I can't find it, so I seem to have misplaced it, and it's called Frozen, and I don't mean the Disney one. This one's a thriller where some people get trapped on like a ski lift, and they're there all night and they can't get off it and stuff, and they're like freezing, obviously, hence the title Frozen. And it's a really good film. It's kind of underrated and not very well known, but it's really worth getting your hands on, and you can pick it up quite cheap on Amazon and eBay if you look around a bit. It's called Frozen, not to be confused with the animated Disney film. It's a live action thriller, and it's not for children, so I recommend that one if you haven't seen it. Right, well, the taxi, there's no sign of me taxi yet. There's a few cars passing here, but none of them appear to be mine. The taxi I'm waiting for, that is. But anyway, when we get to Asda, I must point out that there's not actually a lot of Blu Rays in the Asda that I go to. They reduced the size of the Blu Ray section a few like months ago. It used to be a little bit bigger. They still didn't have loads in the first place, but now it's even smaller. And they mainly have DVDs. The majority of the films are on DVD in there, unfortunately. I don't know why. I guess it's because DVD still outsells Blu Rays. Anyway, the tax. Oh, hang on a minute. I think I heard a horn tooting. Might be hearing things, but I think he might be on his way. So I shall see you next in Asda then. Oh, and I just remembered, I just bought this new TV guide called TV Choice, and it's only 69 pence. There's another one similar to this called What's on TV. Apparently the other one, this one usually sells out because it's 6 pence cheaper than the other one. Can you believe that? It sells out just because it's 6 pence cheaper. You know what I mean? Like, does 6 pence really mean that much, or that much? Doesn't really make that much difference to anyone, like 6 pence? Anyway, I was just looking through here and I noticed that the film called The Wedding Planner with Jennifer Lopez and Matthew McConaughey is on, I think it's Channel 5. No, is it Channel 5? No, it's not. Getting mixed up with the other one. That was Made in Manhattan. Made in Manhattan's on Channel 5 this week in HD. But another film called The Wedding Planner with Jennifer Lopez and Matthew McConaughey is on BBC Two on Saturday afternoon. But by the time this video is uploaded, it might have already been on, so this might be useless information. But anyway, the point is, it's on BBC Two in HD 1080 pixels, and you cannot get that film on Blu Ray in HD, so it's worth recording off the TV, is what I'm saying. And I'll be recording it, so because I like that film quite a bit, and I'm a Jennifer Lopez fan and a Matthew McConaughey fan, so I'll definitely be recording that one.
So here we are once again at the Blu-ray section. As you can see, it's not that big, and there's not many new releases been added since last time I was here. But here we have AD Astra with Brad Pitt, of course, and this one's going for £7 now. It's been dropped down to £7. I still haven't watched this film. I've got it on 4K actually, but I haven't got around to watching it yet. And he has a real special offer. This is the X-Men Dark Phoenix, and I looked this up online, and this is the cheapest price it's going for. You can't get this any cheaper than this anywhere online that I've checked. I checked Amazon, I checked eBay, I checked CEX, and they're all selling it way more expensive than this one, over £10-11, even for second-hand copies. So that's a real bargain. And here we have Deadpool 2, the Super Duper cut, which I've also got. But I've just got this version, the Blu-ray version. I haven't got the 4K. I don't buy every film on 4K. I can't afford to buy everything on 4K, and I guess I don't need everything on 4K. And here's Terminator Dark Fates. I do have this one on 4K actually, but I still haven't got around to watching it. But like I said, it's got mixed reviews, and this one's now going for £10 here in Asda. And what else have we got here? Well, we've got this new box set for the Karate Kid films, the original Karate Kid films, starring Ralph Macchio and Macchio, however you say that, and with Pat Morita as Mr. Miyagi, of course, and he sadly passed away a few years ago. But this set contains all 4 Karate Kid films, and the last one features Hilary Swank in the main part as the Karate Kid in the last one. Ralph Macchio didn't appear in that one, of course. And here we have 1917, which is also going for £10. It's £10 on Blu-ray. This is supposed to be one of the best films on 4K, one of the best 4K releases, apparently, the best quality ones. So I was finding out here on YouTube. There's a guy on here called Spare Change. He does excellent 4K reviews. You should check him out if you haven't checked him already. It's called Spare Change, and he has like a home cinema and stuff. And here we have Kingsman: The Golden Circle, which has been reduced down to £5. And like I was saying earlier, Asda hasn't had any Blu-rays in for £5 for quite some time. So I was quite surprised to see these titles in here for £5 once again. And they've also got the first Kingsman film, which is called The Secret Service. This one's also £5. But if you go online, you can probably find this cheaper. In fact, you can find it cheaper than £5. It's going for like £2 something. I'm not sure if it's new for that price. It might be second hand on eBay and stuff. Here's Alita. This is just the regular Blu-ray version, not the 3D version. And this one's going for £8 in here. I've got this one on 4K with the 3D version all included also. And here is Bohemian Rhapsody on Blu-ray, which is also going for £8. You can get the 4K version of this if you're interested for $9.99 online. I think it's still going at that price. You better hurry because they might change it put it back up again. And here's The Greatest Showman, another film I've never seen. I didn't really fancy this one, to be honest. I quite like Hugh Jackman, but I don't know, for some reason I didn't. I mean, I tried to order it on 4K once, but it didn't turn up, so I never got that one. But only because it was at a bargain price though. And that one's going for £10, by the way, in here. Right, now here's some of the DVD section. This is not the new releases, but this is some reduced titles. And first we have the remake of Charlie's Angels, which is £5. You can get that on Blu Ray new online if you want it for £5 actually. So I don't know why it's that expensive in here for just the DVD. And as you can see, we've got Sing here. That's always cheap even on Blu Ray and 4K. And here's Hustlers, which is also going for £5. I've got this on Blu Ray twice actually, once with the cover and box and one with just the disc only. I did want to get this on 4K, but you can only get it from the USA. It didn't get released over here on 4K for some reason, and it's quite expensive. It's about 20-30 quid. And here's Instant Family, which was on the TV last week, I believe on channel 5 I think. I did record it to see what it's like before I decide whether I'm going to buy it on Blu Ray or not. I'm definitely not getting this DVD version, that's for sure. I still buy DVDs, but I mainly only get like specific titles, mainly ones you can't get on Blu-ray or 4K, but sometimes I buy some of my favourite films again on DVD if I like the cover and stuff like that, but because the cover's bigger on the DVDs rather. And here's a film called 10 Years, The Reunion. I believe I've got the first film of this on Blu-ray from America, Region A release, but I still haven't watched it. It's got Channing Tatum in it, of course, and I'm not sure who else, but I think it's like a comedy drama type thing. I haven't really watched it, so I couldn't say for sure, but it seems to be something like that. And here we have Me Before You, also going for £5. You can get this one on Blu-ray online for less than this, I think, if you look around a bit, if you're interested in this one. I might pick this one up at some point, actually. I did see an interview with the actress from this, I remember, on the Graham Norton show on BBC One here in the UK, which was quite good. A while back that was, though. And here's a film called Everything, which I've got this DVD version because the Blu-ray wasn't released in this country for some reason. I don't know why, because it's only been released in, I think, USA and possibly Germany, and it's quite expensive, so I haven't picked that one up on Blu-ray yet. So I'll stick with the DVD for the minute. It's got really good picture quality though, even on the DVD, shot digitally. Very crisp, very sharp transfer indeed. Now here is the new release DVD section, the new releases. There's a few new ones since last time I was here. Some which on Blu-ray in here, I don't know why, but they've got the DVD versions, like this one for example, which I don't know if this one went to the cinema. Does anyone know if this got a cinema release over here? Because I never heard about it if it did. I didn't even know it was made yet, to be honest. And it's called Bill and Ted Face the Music, which is the third film in the Bill and Ted trilogy, the newest one. Yeah, I'm going to pick that one up myself on probably 4K or Blu-ray when it gets a bit cheaper. And here's the newest Cats and Dogs film called Paws Unite. I've got both of the first ones on, the first two rather, on Blu-ray. I've got the second one in 3D on Blu-ray, which is pretty good. Not the best 3D film, to be honest, but it's not too bad. And here's a triple pack of the Cats and Dogs films, all three films in one very thick box. As you notice there, very thick. It's got full-size cases inside. I prefer the slimline cases with when they put several films in one box, to be honest. I don't like these big, thick, funky jobs that they're released, to be honest. And what else have we got here? We've got this one, which is Bad Boys. I think it's the Bad Boys trilogy, the three Bad Boys movies, Bad Boys 1, 2 and 3. I've got the third one on 4K, but I still haven't got around to watching that one yet. Here is another one with who's got in it again? Wesley Snipes is in it. I think Ethan Hawke's in it. It's called Cutthroat City. And this one hasn't got a Blu-ray release. At least it isn't for sale in this store, that's for sure. I have to look online to see if there is a Blu-ray for this one. I doubt there will be. If there is one, it's probably from Germany or US import or something. I can't imagine having a UK release somehow. He has one called Abigail Haunting, which I'm not really familiar with. There's lots of these ghosty type horror ones on the budget price label DVDs. I noticed it always is. There's like loads of like war films like on budget price and the horror and like supernatural stuff, you know, lots of them types. I tend to skip most of them, even though I'm into paranormal and ghosts and stuff, because I've done a lot of paranormal investigating and stuff from time to time. But I don't know, some of them films don't really interest as much unless there's particular actors in it that I like. And here's the one that caught me attention. This one's called Shark Attack. Highly original title, I must admit, but it does look kind of interesting. It's made by the Asylum company, who are not known for making the best films. But it does appear to have some quite attractive actresses in it, none of which I've heard of, I don't think. So it might be worth picking up, but I'd rather get the Blu-ray if there is one. I don't know if there is one. Does anyone know if there's a Blu-ray for this? And I hate it when they release things on Blu-ray with different titles, like in America and stuff, to what they are on DVD over here and stuff. It confuses the hell out of you, you know? And here's one called Relic. There was another film years ago called The Relic, but this is not the same version. I think this might be a British movie, judging by some of the cast that's in it. It does appear to be made over here. I think it's like I don't know, it's a horror film or a thriller or whatever. It looks like something like that. And I think I might have showed this one last time, I'm not sure. Called Apocalypse of Ice. I think I might have actually. Not 100% sure, I can't remember, but. And here is something called Lethal Contagion. Oh well, that's one we certainly need at the minute, I must say. I don't think I'll be picking that one up anytime soon. So I don't think that'll be on the top list of films to pick up anytime soon. And he has one called Winter War. I guess not to be confused with the Snow White and the Huntsman, Winter's War. I mean, what's it called again? I always get that title mixed up. The Huntsman, Winter's War, the sequel to Snow White and the Huntsman. Not to be mixed up with that one, that's for sure. So don't get mixed up. Right, so here are some more DVD releases. Some I missed last time, on my last time I was here. This is Doolittle, of course. The big box office flop with Robert Downey Jr. I think it's a box office flop. I don't think it did very well. I saw that it was on Sky, one of the Sky movie channels or something the other week, apparently. I was surprised to see it on there already. I thought it was quite new out. And here's the newest Scooby-Doo title called Scoob. I thought that film was going to be a live-action movie, but it looks like it's totally animated. So I'm a bit disappointed because I actually prefer the live-action Scooby-Doos compared to the recent animated ones. And he has a nice cover that's different to the Blu-ray that I've got for what's it called? Mary Poppins Returns with Emily Blunt, of course. A nice shiny cover with like metallic writing there on the title, as you can see. I don't know if you can get the Blu-ray with this cover. I've not seen it with this cover. Does anyone know if you can get the Blu-ray with this cover on? It's because it's a slip cover. It's a very nice slip cover. And this film isn't proven too popular lately, I don't think, because it's reduced on 4K down to about £6-7 every time I look. And on Blu-ray you can pick it up for £3 or £4 as well. So, and here is the new Harrison Ford movie, which is another remake of Call of the Wild, which I believe was originally done with Charlton Heston. A lot of people complained that the dog in this is it looks rather fake, like very fake looking, because it's totally computer generated all the way through the film apparently. Could have just got a real dog for some of the scenes, I would have thought, but I don't know. They chose to do the CGI dog for some reason. I don't know why. So, yep. So now here's another look at that new Bill and Ted movie called Face the Music. I do plan on picking this up, like I said, on either Blu-ray or 4K, but I didn't fancy picking this DVD version up just yet because it's like £10 or something. So I didn't fancy spending like £10 on a DVD when I can get the Blu-ray for just maybe a bit more than that, you know. Now here's yet more DVDs from previous weeks. Some of these have been here for quite some time, but some of them are quite new additions. And here is Fast and Furious Hobbs and Shaw featuring Dwayne Johnson and Jason Statham from the Fast and the Furious films. It's like a spin-off, as you probably know. I've just ordered this on Blu-ray. I was toying with the idea of getting the 4K release, but it was quite a bit more expensive, so I thought I'll just get the Blu-ray for the minute, because I found it for less than £5 online from Music Magpie. And here's the most recent Tremors movie called Shrieker Island. I quite fancy this one, to be honest. Once again, I'll probably search out the Blu-ray when the price comes down. I had a look online. It was about it was like £13 or £14 for the Blu-ray. And it is, I think it's from Germany. It might have been a German import, I think, on Blu-ray. But the back cover reminded us a bit of Lost or something. I think it's shot in Hawaii, the same location where most of Lost was filmed. There's a lot of films shot in Hawaii, apparently. I think Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates. A lot of that was shot there. And he has a film called Earthquake, Los Angeles. This is one of those budget price disaster movies. Probably made for cable television or the Sci-Fi Channel or something like that. I don't even know if the Sci-Fi Channel is still going. Does anyone know? Is it still going, that channel? I used to watch that a while ago when it was on back in the day. And here is a new Robert Patrick movie called Jarhead Lore of something. I can't quite read it because I put that bloody yellow security sticker over the title. So that's great, isn't it? I don't know why they do that. It's not very good. Policy, that, like putting them stickers over the titles or over the picture even. And here's another new one, which I quite fancy actually, because it's got Maggie Q in it. And it's called Death of Me. It once again has the one eye symbolism on the front with half a face. There's like tons of films with that. The same sort of photograph on the front with half of someone's face with one eye showing. But it looks kind of an interesting horror movie, a horror thriller. I'm not sure if it's a thriller or a horror or a bit of both. But this one also looks kind of interesting, called Haunting of, was it Margam Castle or something? Never heard of it, but yet again, it's another one of these. Some of these budget titles can be quite interesting compared to like some of the more, popular, like big mainstream releases that come out and stuff. You find a lot of interesting stuff sometimes, like little independent movies and stuff. And here's one called The Vigil, which once again looks kind of interesting, but I don't know. I don't know nothing about it, to be honest. I don't really know the actors in it. I don't think, anyway. Haven't looked that closely at the actors on the cover. And there's Venom there on DVD. I've got the 4K of that. I was very disappointed with the transfer on the 4K of Venom, I must admit. And here's a TV show featuring Luke Wilson, Owen Wilson's famous brother, called Stargirl. This one looks interesting, but the thing is, I'd rather get the Blu-ray of this once again. If there is a one, there should be, I should imagine. I'm not sure who the actress is that plays Stargirl. I don't know if she's been in anything else. Anyone know if she's been in anything else that I would have heard of? Any movies or anything? Does anyone know her name? Does anyone know anything about Stargirl? Because I've never heard of it until I've seen it in Asda here. And here's another film called The Call, with a nice bright pink and purpley colour, with the guy from the Saw films, Tobin Bell, I believe he's called. I haven't seen him in much else apart from the Saw movies. I guess he's been around a bit, but I think I've seen him in some of that stuff, but I can't remember which ones he was in, which ones I've seen him in, But he's a pretty good actor, I would say. So that's pretty much it for the DVDs here. Now, I was almost thinking of getting this X-Men Dark Phoenix on Blu-ray here for £7, but I thought I decided after all not to get it. I was nearly going to get it. I had put it in my basket, but I took it back out again. I mean, my trolley. I've decided to go for the maybe the 4K instead, because the 4K is not much more expensive than this. It's just a bit more.
Right then, I'm just out of Asda, and as you can see, there wasn't many new releases in, unfortunately, at the minute. I guess this is due to the current situation with the film industry and everything. But they did have a few special offers in. As you've seen, they did have a few Blu-rays for £5 each. And believe me, it has been literally over a year or more since they had any Blu-rays in for £5 each. They haven't had any in for a while, that price range. Which was disappointing, because I used to buy quite a few of the Blu-rays from Asda, when they were £5 each, but since there hasn't been any, I haven't been able to do that. And most of the films were around between £10 and £15 each on Blu-ray, I would say. The odd one at 8 and 7, but not too often for like the £7 price range. But apart from that, you know, it's nice to see some £5 titles back in, even though they didn't have too many of them. There was only like, was it 2 or 3, something like that. So let me know if you are planning on picking anything up in Asda, or have you picked anything up in Asda recently on Blu-ray or DVD? And if so, what did you pick up and how much did you pay for it? That's the big question, because I don't know if the prices in all the Asda stores for the films, the Blu-rays and the DVDs are the same across the country, all the way across the country, are they the same prices? I think they might be, but I might be wrong. Some of them might vary a bit, I don't know, because somebody on here told me that their Asda is very expensive. So I don't know if they checked the prices on my videos, but maybe they did, I don't know. Maybe if that person's watching, you can let us know. Did you look at the prices in my video and compare them with the prices in your Asda, and were they different? Or had they just changed since you last checked in yours? I don't know. You never know. Anyway, that's pretty much it for this week. So I shall see you all again the next time I have another look in Asda. But the problem is with doing these videos in Asda is the selection of films does not change that often. So each week I go in and there's not much different titles on the shelf for mainly the Blu-rays. And I think most people who watch these videos are mainly interested in the Blu-rays. Is that correct? Can you correct us on that if I'm wrong? I think because most of the people that watch these videos prefer Blu-ray over DVD. I see in all the groups on Facebook to do with Blu-ray collecting and 4Ks and stuff. Most people have said, well, I don't really buy DVDs anymore, maybe the odd one if I can't get it on Blu-ray or whatever. But some people have completely quit buying DVDs, I think. I still buy them. I mean, you know, certain special ones here and there, or films I really like. Like, for example, I bought the film called Walk of Shame with Elizabeth Banks. I bought I think I bought 2 copies of that on DVD, because you can get that, it'll probably become out of print. So I had that in mind. I was bearing that in mind when I decided to buy a few copies, because one day it might be worth a lot of money. And plus it's one of my favourite films. And it stars Elizabeth Banks, of course, who directed the newest version of Charlie's Angels, for those who didn't know that. But that film you can get on Blu-ray as well. You can get it from America, but I think it might be out of print. But you sometimes see some second-hand copies of it turning up on eBay. I've got an Italian import of it on Blu-ray, and it's got the title in Italian, unfortunately, but the cover's the same as the UK DVD and the American Blu-ray release, pretty much. So yeah, that's I was glad to get that on Blu-ray. And if you're interested in seeing that Blu-ray version of Walk of Shame, I've got a video on my channel here about it. And I've also got a video reviewing the film on DVD as well. If anyone's interested in checking that out, it's on here on my videos list. So anyway, that's pretty much it for now. So I'd just like to thank everybody for watching this video. And if you haven't subscribed and you would like to see more of my videos in the future, don't hesitate to give us a subscription if you feel like it. And I shall see you all next time. So it's goodbye for now. So ta-ra, see you next time. Ta-ra.